So I'm using a 5mm hook and some Aran Merino. Let's get started making a little swatch. We're going to start with our slip knot loop on the hook, and then we're going to chain 18. So we're going to do a relaxed chain. We don't want it too baggy, but again we don't want it too tight either. If you do it too tight, it's not going to be very easy to work into. (17, 18). Our first row of this stitch pattern, which is a 2-row repeat using just 2 different stitches, is just a row of single crochet, which is UK double, and we're going to be working into the back ridge of the chain, but actually you can do in any part of the chain you like. I just always prefer working into the back ridge. So single crochet UK double, we're going to skip the first back ridge of the first chain and we're going to go into the back ridge of the second chain. Pull up a loop, we've got 2, yarn over, draw off 2 into the next back ridge, pull up a loop, you've got 2, yarn over, draw off 2. So that's our single crochet, which is a UK double, and we're going to go ahead and put 1 into the back ridge of each chain, and we should have 17 stitches in total. And into the last back ridge. This is what we're looking like at the end of row 1. Let's do row 2. So we're going to chain 1, and we're going to turn the work to the other side, and we're going to do a row of extended single crochets, which is an extended double crochet. However, we are going to be working into the front loop only, apart from the first and last stitches, and that's just for a bit of stability more than anything. So we've done a chain 1, we are not skipping any stitches, we are going into the first stitch. So tilt the work so you can see the top of the work, and you're going to go through front loop, back loop of that first stitch. You're going to pull up a loop, you're going to yarn over, and you're going to draw off the first loop on the hook. So that is technically you're making a chain 1. Then you're going to yarn over and draw off both loops on the hook. So that is an extended single crochet, or an extended UK double crochet. We've done that through both loops for the first stitch, but then for the rest of the stitches, apart from the last stitch, we're only going to be working into the front loop. That's what's going to give us our distinctive look for this stitch sequence. So you're going to go into the front loop only of the second stitch, you're going to pull up a loop, you're going to chain 1, and you're going to yarn over and draw off 2. So what's important with this is that you don't overstretch this front loop too much, otherwise you can end up distorting the stitch. So you want a light touch here. Into the front loop only, pull up a loop, yarn over, draw off the first loop, i.e. chain 1, and I actually like to hold the chain once I've made that chain, just to stop me stretching the stitch underneath, yarn over and draw through 2. Just helps keep everything neat. So you are going to put an extended single crochet into each of these front loops. So there's 15 of them, because we already put 1 in the first one and we want to leave the last one empty. Well, we're not leaving it empty. We're also going to put something in it, but we're not going to do front loop only. Okay, and into this last stitch we go through both loops just for a bit of stability. Pull up a loop, chain 1, yarn over off 2. So this is what it's looking like at the end of row 2, and you should still have 17 stitches. Let's do row 3. I'm going to chain 1, we're going to turn the work to the other side, and we are going to this is now a single crochet row. So basically what we're doing, we're just going to be repeating single crochet and extended single crochets in the front loops only for each row, apart from the first stitch where we always go through both loops of the first stitch. So single crochet into that first stitch, and now front loop only of the next stitch, single crochet, front loop of the next stitch, single, front loop of the next stitch, and so forth. So I'm just going to keep going. This is a nice little stitch sequence because it's really easy to remember, but it's got quite a distinctive look. It's not as open as using half doubles or doubles, so it gives a nice dense fabric, but it works up a little bit quicker than doing just single crochets because of the extended singles. Into this last stitch we are going to put another single but through both loops. So the most common thing is people not knowing where the last stitch is, and as usual counting is your friend. I know people hate counting, but unfortunately if you are struggling to read the end last stitch, then you are going to have to count. So obviously if you count 16 stitches, you're supposed to have 17, then whatever you've got left at the end you definitely need to work into it to make your last stitch. So that is the end of row 3. Let's do row 4, chain 1, turn the work to the other side, and on both sides now you can start seeing this distinctive feature of the pattern. You're going to extended single crochet into the first stitch through both loops. Then you're going to do extended single crochet FLO, front loop only, to each of the next 15 or however many you've got, leaving one at the end. And again, remember, light touch with this. You don't want everything baggy, but at the same time you don't want to be stretching these front loops too much because it sort of distorts the stitch pattern. So give that little chain you make a little pinch before you finish off your stitch, because then if you need to use a little bit more, a little bit of force to get that loop through, you're not distorting your work. Into the last stitch, extended single through both loops. That's what we're looking like at the end of row 4. So here I am, I've just done 14 rows, and if you're wondering how you count the rows, the first thing obviously you need to do is work out what was row 1. So row 1 is always going to start on the opposite end of where your tail is, because don't forget you did a slip knot loop and then you made a chain, and then you work back along the chain for row 1. So if you've got the work facing you with the odd rows on the right side, which means you'll have your starting tail to the left, that means that this is one row here. We can see the little line there. So you could count, if we ignore that one, you can count 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, or if you're looking at it from this side, that is where the last row we just did, which was row 2, an even row, the tail is on the right, and you can count, again you're using these open loops where you've left the back loops open, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So that's how you count the stitches, and that's how you also know whether you're on an odd or an even numbered row.